And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. Yes. They are making money with insecurity.
That's correct.
They are making money with it. They know Nnamdi Kanu is outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is the idiot? Who is the bagger? That will speak when I'm talking. Who is the fool? Who is the idiot? I ask. That I give an order in the east and any idiot will counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking.
My people, the long-awaited secret is now open. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu has actually blew the internet off today, and most Nigerians are actually reacting to it presently. The whole internet has been engulfed with what MAZI Nnamdi actually said today, as at the time they were actually having his trial in the court. My people, everybody in Nigeria are now very sure of what has actually been happening to Nigeria, the insecurity that has befallen the country. And you see what he actually said here. A whole lot of secret is out, my people. My people, for a whole lot of people to know what is actually going on in Nigeria now, because this gist is actually everywhere on the internet, my people. Make sure you share this video to every social media platform. If you cannot share, like it. A whole lot of people needs to see this. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu has actually blown everything over. Nigeria are actually happy that he actually said it, and most people are actually surprised that this thing is actually coming out from MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. My people, share this video to every social media platform. If you cannot share, like it, give it a thumbs up, so that YouTube will recommend it for us. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Welcome back to Live TV show.
The whole of crime scene.
It's happening in the street again.
The center of political news, celebrity gossip, religious gossip, and happiness in the society.
Join us, the voice of Africa.
Welcome you to Nnamdi TV show, where we bring you political, celebrity, and religious gossip. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do well to click the red subscription button, and don't forget to click the bell icon so that YouTube will notify you anytime we drop another trendy video. My people, if you have been following this channel, what I've been uploading back to back is everything that concerns the insecurity that has befallen this country, and that the governments that we have here in Nigeria have a hand in everything that has been going on. The economy, the economic breakdown, the kidnapping, the abduction, ransom that has been asked from Nigerians, and everything that has actually happened to Nigeria. There are some set of people that are in government that are actually doing everything. I am not the only one that I've said it here. Way before I actually said it, you see in my previous video that I just finished uploading, you see that I made mention of what Sani Abacha actually said. He said that the insecurity of this country, if you have a situation like this in the country, then it lasts more than 24 to 48 hours. That means the government has a hand in it. And you see what MAZI Nnamdi Kanu just said here. He said everything. He said he knows and he suspects that there are culprits in the government that are actually involved in everything that is actually going on. You will see it's actually blown up. These people actually want this Biafra to go. They want Nnamdi Kanu to be released, and this man should actually set up some kind of things that will set Biafra. He wants to set Biafra right with everything that is actually going on. There's a whole video that actually showcased online where NASIR RUFAI was actually talking about this insecurity and what the Fulanis and what they've actually done and what they actually did to actually stop all this killing that's actually happening in the country. There are a whole lot of people that are in the government that are actually working as an insider for these people that are killing Nigerians. And you see, there are a whole lot of people has been killing this year, and a whole lot of people are already been kidnapped. Everything that's actually happening in the time of President Bola Ahmed TINUBU is more than what actually happened during the time of Buhari and even Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Everything that's actually happening now, this is just under a year. We are still under a year, and a lot of things are actually happening like this. What is going to happen in the next 3 years, my people? Stick to watch what this video is all about. RUFAI blow a whole lot of secrets in this old video, and you see one of the videos I actually uploaded 3 days ago about Daniel Waya when he was talking about the government, that they have a hand in everything that is actually going on. Everything is in this video. I mean, people, stick to your screen and see everything that's actually happening in Nigeria. A whole lot of secrets is out with what MAZI Nnamdi Kanu actually said in this video. My people, stay connected and watch everything that's actually happening. We'll be right back to wrap up after the video.
Our enemies, and we speak the truth always. I want all the journalists here arrayed to go and ask government of Nigeria, what happened to treasonable felony? Where are those charges today?
From 2015.
They have just disappeared because they have no evidence against me. Anybody committing crime cannot go scot-free. I swear it. They cannot go scot-free. Anybody involved in any type of crime in the East cannot go free. And they're doing it because I'm in DSS. That's what. If I said no idiot can try this rubbish, and they know it very well. They know it very well. And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. Yes. They are making money with insecurity.
That's correct.
They are making money with it. They know Nnamdi Kanu is outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is the idiot? Who is the bagger? That will speak when I'm talking. Who is the fool? Who is the idiot? I ask. That I give an order in the east and any idiot will counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking you. Nobody can.
Sir, are you?
I'm Nnamdi Kanu. No. Who is the idiot? Rubbish. No, don't. No. What is it?
Can you tell us the ongoing killings in the East in the name of IPOB? What is your stand on that?
Anybody involved in any form of violence or insecurity in the Southeast in the name of IPOB is a gunner, and they know it. Let me come out of this nonsense, this mess. 2 minutes only.
There will be peace.
Only 2 minutes, I guarantee you.
And tranquility.
And there will be peace in the East, not just Southeast. Everywhere in the East, if not the entire South.
No, it's good. Yes.
So we knew that if we went to that forest and flushed them out, would degrade their capacity.
And what would that be? What would that other be? Go and smoke them out. Move, go and smoke them out. You get them. But he said that to them. Yeah.
The greatest challenge that you face, though, is the Fulani herdsmen today, which is being reported in just about every other media, that they are the ones perpetrating this crime.
Which crime?
Are they the ones?
Which crime?
Killing of people. No.
Look, let me explain the three problems, and then you will get it in context. The cattle rustling and banditry is an essentially Fulani phenomenon. Okay, it is Fulanis, and we knew where they were, and we collaborated with the state governments surrounding that notorious forest range, Kamuku Kuyambane Forest Reserve, and said, look, this is a problem that we have to solve jointly. We collaborated with the cooperation of other state governments. We put together money and a military operation, flushed them out. Okay? And today we have over 300 young Fulanis between 18 and 30 in custody for kidnapping, for cattle rustling, and robbery. Okay? So that we understood. It was easy because that's one place.
Okay. We followed that one up. When you understood the problem and flushed them out, did you subsequently find out that perhaps in that process, while they were flushed out, did they get involved in the other crisis which you're about to explain?
Maybe they did. Okay, I will come to that, because we have this problem has multiple dimensions, and I will try to cover everything as much as I can. But I'm trying to classify the problems and tell you what we did. Okay, so to a large extent, we degraded cattle rustling. They moved on to kidnapping. Okay, we have addressed that to a large extent. It's more or less sorted in Kaduna. Unfortunately, because of weak law enforcement, there are copycat crimes all over the states now. I'm learning to my dismay that even in Lagos now you have cases of kidnapping, but this is what we did. Now, the second problem of the urban gangs we addressed, because the police and the SSS knew who these gangs were. It was just the capacity to bring them to justice that was lacking, and that was done. So to a large extent, we solved that. It still breaks out once in a while because drug addiction is a big problem, but that was sorted. The Southern Kaduna was more difficult because we didn't understand it, and this is why we needed a high-profile committee like the Agwai committee to look at it, and they did. We established the committee in July. By the end of August, they submitted a report. They went round Southern Kaduna, they talked to community, they talked to everybody, and they came back with certain findings and recommendations, and the findings were very enlightening, even to me, who is Fulani. Okay, I'm 87.5% Fulani, I'm told by my parents. They found that there were three groups of Fulanis: the settled Fulanis, like me, that don't herd cattle, they're settled in one place, don't move around up and down. The semi-settled that live in Nigeria, they are Nigerians, but move their cattle up and down in search of pasture. And then there's the transhumans pastoralists that come from other African countries. Fulanis are in about 14 countries. All over West Africa, there is virtually no country in West Africa that is no Fulani minority or even majority. And under an ECOWAS protocol signed in 2003, these Fulanis take their cattle, when the dry season in their country started, and had them down to Nigeria, up to central Nigeria, okay, in search of pasture. And around March, when the rains start, they start moving back the same routes. And apparently, I didn't know this until I got briefing as governor, there are international stock routes mapped out from pre-colonial times that these transhumance herdsmen follow. Unfortunately, because of population explosion, we are 50 million at independence. Today we are nearly 200 million. Because of population explosion, urban development and farmlands have taken over some of these international routes. Okay, this is the basis for the clashes. Now, a herdsman in Guinea, for instance, thinks that he can follow this route, and as he's following the route, he meets a farm, and his cattle destroys part of the farm, and the farmer.
In any situation, have you gotten reports, intelligence reports, that perhaps the farmers also took the cows of the herdsmen?
No, we have no such reports. But what often happens that when damage to a farm occurs, in those days the Fulani would leave behind a small calf as compensation. So you know what I'm trying to say, that in the past there used to be a framework to settle these things, okay, but that framework has more or less collapsed. So when we understood this, so Agwai committee identified this and said, and they also found that some of what we're seeing in southern Kaduna were reprisal killings for what happened in 2011. Because in 2011, as the herdsmen were moving their cattle back to their countries or to their locations in various parts of northern Nigeria, the post-election violence took place in April. And many of them were trapped. They just happened to be there. And they were killed. Cattle, their livestock lost, and so on. And so some of them were coming back to do reprisal killings. Most of the Fulanis within Nigeria filed claims, okay, because there was the Lemu Commission of Inquiry that looked at this problem and made recommendation that federal government should pay compensation to those that lost cattle.
Pardon me, but where did this happen? Where were they trapped?
They were trapped mostly around Zonkwa in Zangwa Katab local government, Kaura and Jema'a. Okay.
These were all in southern Kaduna?
Yes, these are in southern Kaduna. And this happened to be also the areas where we have these problems today. Okay? There are 8 local governments in southern Kaduna. Only 3 or 4 have this problem. Okay? And this is where mostly the killings in 2011 took place. Now, after the Lemu Commission made recommendations and the Judicial Commission of Inquiry set up by Kaduna State also made similar findings, compensation was offered to those that were killed, displaced, and so on. And some of the federal government provided the money and compensation was paid. But of course, those that are in Guinea, in Mali, in Niger, cannot claim any compensation. They didn't even appear before the Commission of Inquiry. These are the people coming back to carry out reprisal killings.
We'll come back and take a look at it from that perspective and find out what you also did to solve this problem. You have said that you did identify how kinds of Fulani that exist, how some of them move from different countries into Nigeria to cause some of these problems. Now, on the 3rd of December 2016, it was widely published that you had a meeting with a select group of journalists, and you did brief them that your government has traced some violent, aggrieved Fulani to their countries and paid them to stop killings of southern Kaduna natives and the destruction of their community, saying that the renewed violence is carried out by bandits. Could you explain this to us?
Well, look, that was reported not only incorrectly but out of context. What we did was this. The Agwai committee recommended that we should reach out to these transhumance pastoralists, because they have established that most of the attacks in southern Kaduna are traceable to them. because they were outside the process of the Lemu Commission and the Kaduna State Commission of Inquiry. They did not receive any compensation. They didn't even appear before the commission because they are foreigners. And one of the members of the Agwai Committee fortuitously was part of a team that the late governor of Kaduna State, Patrick Yakowa, was sending to reach out to these people. Apparently, Yakowa also stumbled onto this information and realized that he had to reach out to these transhumance pastoralists from other countries. And that process was going on. If you look at Yakowa's tenure, in 2011 there were attacks. But he started this outreach, and throughout 2012 until he died, there were no attacks as such. Okay, so one of the members of the committee mentioned this, and it was in the Agwai recommendation to reach out to these people through NGOs, civil society organizations and so on. So we reassembled the team and said, go out and talk to them. Tell them that this has to stop. Tell them that we are willing to offer compensation for lost lives, for lost livestock, but it is senseless to keep killing people because you feel that you've been offended.
So did they respond to you?
Pardon?
Did they respond to you personally?
They did. We sent a team and they went round, and by the time they made 3 or 4 such groups, the killing stopped.
Advisor Malaribadu for acting timelessly in having this meeting. What we have now has surpassed what happened during President Jonathan's regime. I read a report that this year alone, over 500,000 children have been taken away by bandits. All this has to do with politics. Really? We should not pretend about it. It started in a small way to get Jonathan out of office, to get President Jonathan out. And when President Tinubu is looking for a solution or the security, they should not look beyond the key actors in 2014, 2015. They are the masterminds of this. We have our intel. They are the same people. They are around. They are not part of, some of them are part of the government. Some of them have lost power. They are not included in Tinubu's government. So the best thing is to make the place uncomfortable and ungovernable for President Tinubu, distract him, if possible, collapse the government so that we can start afresh. So they should not go beyond it. These are very strong allegations. I know. The security agencies are no.
Security problems sometimes have the life of their own.
Yes.
Criminal elements will perpetrate their evil for whatever reasons and intention they have. But when you come as a political figure that you have, that you are, and you are saying that some of these these are the lives of children who are in their school, and you say politics is behind it.
They don't care.
This is grave.
They don't care. Those 250 or more children you took away, did they put them in the pocket? Was a 747 jet going? Was it a jet that took them to that point? So in this time and age, it will not be accepted that even as I'm talking to you now, you will not know where they are. That's why I say it's politics. People in government, as it were then during President Jonathan's government, some of them are interested parties in this. And that is why it has become intractable. I have always referred to what General Sani Abacha said. That when you have a situation like this, and it lasts more than 24 hours or 48 hours, take it that government has a hand in it. He says so. This army, this military, security agencies in Nigeria, they are overqualified and over-equipped to clear this mess. Just give the appropriate orders. Put the appropriate people. Not people that will be sympathetic to the terrorists. Not people that will be looking at them as people that should not be killed. Some prominent people are saying, go and negotiate. You don't negotiate with terrorists. They are asking for 40 trillion. 3 years budget of Nigeria. I don't know whether that demand was as a result of ignorance or stupidity,
is it a joke
or stupidity or a joke, where would you? How many warehouses do we put it? Even if you are carrying it in dollars, it's madness. It's madness. If we want to stop this thing today, President Tinubu should give the appropriate order.
And what would that be? What would that order be?
Go and smoke them out. Move, go and smoke them out. You get them.
But he said that to them.
Yeah, he said it to them.
He said he should go after.
Apart from the order,
not pay ransom, and they must get those people.
Apart from the order, you put the appropriate people there. Look, something was working before President Jonathan left. Even earlier when Tinubu came, Buhari came to office. People were recalled, officers were removed. It happened in this country. And what I'm saying is that President Tinubu should know and realize today that it is that office of the president they are looking at.
My people, you will see what MAZI Nnamdi Kanu actually said. He said they don't have any reasonable reason for keeping him there in detention since all this while. They do not have any reasons to be keeping him there since all this while, and that is the reason why those people that actually went to the eastern part of the country to perpetrate the evil that they actually did here, that's why they have the temerity to actually did what they actually did here. And you will see everything that have been uploading on this channel has to be with security, the insecurity that has befallen this country. You will see every piece of the video that is actually pointing to the government, everything that is actually happening to Nigeria, what RUFAI actually said, and what Danwaya said, and with what coupled with what MAZI Nnamdi Kanu actually said this afternoon. You see that every end is actually pointing towards the government. The government are the one that is doing the citizens of this country, and they will come to the people, and they will pacify with people again. And at the end of the day, they will go behind bars, they will go behind the curtains, and perpetrate the same evil that they've been doing, my people. Everything that is actually happening, the insecurity that has befallen this country, is has to do with our government, and all hands is actually pointing towards them. See what they did to Sunday Igboho here in Yoruba land, and see what they are doing to MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. See what they did to Omoyele Sowore. If they should see anybody that wants to fight against them, that can actually look and fight it against them, they will look for one way or the other to bring the person down. That's what they are actually doing to MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. There's nothing that this man has actually done. There's nothing he has actually done to warrant his detention since all this while. For him to be released is a problem. For him to be bailed out is a problem. They know that this man is a threat. That's the reason why he's been held since all this while. My people, a whole lot of atrocities are being committed by these people. We are actually doing ourselves in this country. We are doing ourselves. We are actually leading ourselves as if you are slaves. This government are actually ruling the country as if the people that they are actually leading, they are slaves. They are treating the citizens of this country like slaves. Everything that is actually going down is pointing towards the government, my people. Everything that you have actually seen in this video, my people, make sure you share your opinion at the comment section. Let everybody know what you feel about the present situation, about the insecurity that is actually pointing towards the government, that is actually pointing towards the government. Everything that is actually happening to Nigeria are caused by this government, my people. Make sure you share this video to every social media platform. If you cannot share, like it, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. And if you are coming across the channel for the very first time, do well to click the red subscription button, and don't forget to click the bell icon so that YouTube will notify you anytime we drop another trendy video. See you in our next video. Bye for now.